Hello and welcome to Third Act Film. Today we'll be discussing 5 unintentionally funny films. So the concept is they are supposed to be taken serious, but we can't stop laughing at the ridiculousness of it. Today with me is Todd James.
Hello.
And I'm James Forbes.
Hello, James.
So let's begin.
Right, so normally we'll sort of do 2 or 3 choices each
Yeah.
and discuss them, but we just decided my ones were all just the best ones, so
Yeah.
I've got
universally
all 5.
decided.
Yeah. It was a mutual decision. All right. I'm going to start with one that is really obvious that a lot of people have spoken about how stupid this film is. The Happening,
Dum dum dum.
which I don't know if you've seen.
I haven't. No.
Okay. But so it is generally thought of as being one of the worst films ever. It's M. Night Shyamalan. It was the point where he really, he'd had a few wobbles like The Village and stuff that some
Yeah.
people thought was okay.
This is right.
Yeah. Then he made The Happening, where the bad guy was the plants. But not like Little Shop of Horrors.
Whoa.
Sorry to spoil it for you. And it just has one of the best scenes ever, where Mark Wahlberg is being accused of being a murderer by this old woman, and he goes, "What? No."
You know what?
It's-
This sounds like we'll cut to a clip.
Okay.
I hear you whispering. Planning on stealing something?
No, ma'am, we're not.
Plan on murdering me in my sleep?
What? No.
Wasn't that clip great?
Yeah.
Okay, you having not seen it really means we can't talk about it that much, but it is just. Luckily, it's one of the ones that's been spoken about so many times that
Yeah.
I'm sure you already know how hilarious it is.
Yeah.
Worth a watch for that alone. Let's move on.
What is the next one? What's number 2?
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, jeez.
Right.
I don't
Now-
know how I didn't see this film.
I know
Like,
it's one of the biggest talking points of cinema this year,
yeah,
and I saw it because I wanted to be part of the conversation.
yeah. You
Which
wanted
I
to-
now am.
Well done. Well
Thank
done.
you. It's a worthy achievement, and it's just one of the things I said after seeing it to anyone that I spoke about was I think they made the best film possible out of the source material,
Okay.
which only makes it even worse.
Yeah.
That it's just it's so I can't see how they made this and watched it back and thought, yeah, we did a good job.
Yeah.
Because I haven't read the book. I know that'll surprise many people, but it's just the dialogue. It has the immortal line, "I'm 50 shades of effed up,"
Brilliant.
which is where the title comes from.
Yeah.
Which means that not just when someone wrote the book did they think that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote the script and thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Somebody watched back the dailies and thought, yeah, that's a good moment.
Yeah.
Somebody edited it and thought, great, leave
Oh,
it in.
wow. So many.
Yeah. Yeah. Next up on a similar sort of theme is the film Obsessed. I know that you haven't seen this,
I
but
haven't seen much.
I
have
saw it was on. No, you haven't seen many of these. I saw it was on about 6 months ago, and it had Idris Elba in it, and I'm like,
Oh,
Idris
I love
Elba,
Idris Elba.
great. And I was like, oh, an early role for him, starring alongside Beyonce. Okay,
I love Beyonce. She was good in
music
Austin Powers.
videos. Yeah.
Music videos.
And again, like 50 Shades, it's an erotic thriller, which is
Ooh.
always a high quality genre,
Mm.
always, and it's just the most. You know when you watch a film and you're like, that wouldn't happen,
Okay.
right? You know that feeling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Now imagine
Fast
that
and
it's
Furious 7.
yeah, but Fast and Furious 7 is like ridiculous comic book, over the topness.
Yeah, yeah,
This is a film where it's meant to be human beings,
yeah.
realistic human beings that work together in an office, and one of them is trying to seduce another one.
Yeah.
It's really worth. This one I would fast forward any of the talking bits, but the climax, being the appropriate word of this
Yeah.
film, is Beyonce and this woman who's been trying to get Idris Elba, her husband, to be with her.
Yeah.
They're having a fight in their house, and they go into the roof. They go into like the roof bit,
Yeah.
and there are all like the wooden beams, the solid wooden beams,
Yeah.
and then there's the rest of the scene that they can't step on because they'll fall through it. So they're like standing in their like 6-inch heels,
Oh my
like
god.
wrestling on top of these wooden beams, and like trying. Oh, it's again somebody watched that and thought, yeah, that's good,
And edited it.
and edited it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
Although
hope-
editors don't have much control over that. Do they?
no, but at some point someone must have thought, bloody hell, because they were definitely a
Yeah.
Cockney stereotype.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm hoping these last two you will have seen.
Bring it on.
Scream,
Which one?
the first one.
Yeah, I've seen the first one way back when.
A lot of people love the first Scream. They think it like was a game-changing horror film. It was,
Yeah.
revolutionary at the time. If you watch the first scene of Scream, so the Scream guy kills a woman. Spoilers. And the
Yeah.
music in this scene is so dramatic and over the top. It's awful.
Yeah. Like
It's-
laughable.
Yeah, and the whole thing is just ridiculous. People wouldn't act like that. None of this would happen.
Mm.
And I think it makes it more hilarious to me that people watched it and thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
And also that there's a parody of it in the form of Scary Movie, which is not as funny and ridiculous as the original film Scream.
Oh wow.
And I just, yeah, it takes itself so seriously, and the
Yeah.
fact that other people took it
I
seriously.
swear it was like slight comedic relief in that. No.
But I think they put this in as like look, we're aware that we're commenting on
Oh.
the horror film genre,
Yeah.
but what they didn't realize was that the comments they were making, or the way they were making them, were rubbish.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So what's the
Now
final
this one I know you've seen
unintentional?
because I sat next to you in the cinema.
Oh, okay. Oh god.
The Boy Next Door.
Oh,
So
right.
the
Yeah.
third erotic thriller on our list of terrible
I
films.
think that's the golden ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that and horror films are really the two genres.
Yeah.
So the
That
Boy
film.
Next Door.
Wow.
It was.
The opening scene.
Yeah. Let me paint you a picture with my words. It opens with Jennifer Lopez, an English teacher no less,
Of course.
jogging with this really horror, like upset, emotional face, and it flashes to her mental images of her going through her divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so. Every moment is brilliantly terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah?
I was laughing way too much.
Constantly.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
it had a real serious tone, and this was
yeah.
this was a thriller. This is
Yeah.
this is an obsessed guy slowly invading a woman's life.
I think that's
It's-
what makes it so. It was so serious.
Yeah.
Oh.
But there was one scene in particular. I believe this is in the trailer where the boy from next door
Yeah.
he presents a gift to
Oh
Jennifer
my god. I
Lopez.
know what's coming here.
And what was the gift again? Remind me.
I don't know if this is exactly it, but it was something like a first edition of the Odyssey or the
Yeah.
Iliad or some
Yeah.
some like 4,000-year-old text.
Yeah. Here's the first edition. Yeah.
And he says as well, like, oh, I found it. Some guy was just selling it on his front lawn,
Yeah.
like it was next to.
How can you have a first? So
Oh.
first edition is the first time it's printed
Yeah,
of a 4,000-year-old book,
maybe not quite 4,000, but
or
I was
like
exaggerating.
a
but yes.
thousand, even a 1,000-year book, and you just happen to find it in a car
Just
boot.
lying around. It was probably next to the Crown Jewels and the Declaration of Independence.
It's just like, oh yeah, no one needs
Yeah.
this.
And
Give
it,
this to J-Lo.
yeah. And it also had Kristen Chenoweth as the headmistress
Yeah.
of a high school, which is I like Kristen Chenoweth,
Yeah, she's fun.
but
Not as the head teacher, no.
it was just everything about it from start to finish
Yeah.
is brilliant
Yeah.
because it's so bad.
So there you have it.
Yeah,
That's 5 films. If you're looking for a laugh,
Yeah.
I would recommend watching them with friends.
don't go for a comedy. go for one of these.
Yeah, don't go for a straight out comedy. Because a lot of times, these kind of films are more funny.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you're the only ones in on the joke.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So we would recommend these 5 if you're looking for a laugh.
Yeah. What did we miss? What, you got any better ideas? Batman and Robin, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yeah. Share any thoughts in the comments. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.